Well, Coach Kim Elders, welcome. We get to spend a little bit of time talking about your career and just kind of digging into what the last almost 30 years has been like for you. How did your career at Cornerstone get started?
Well, let me tell you the roundabout way to that. I started my teaching career at Granville Public School, taught there for 3 years in elementary, loved it. And then some people from my church started the new school called Freedom Baptist, and they were connected to North Point at that time. So I was a JV coach at North Point under Tom Martin. Tom Martin played basketball here, and eventually he came over here and became the AD and basketball coach, and he asked me to be his assistant. So that's a roundabout way of saying that's how I got here. But in the end, it was God directed me here.
Awesome. So all these years, why stay at Cornerstone?
That God just led me here, and there was no reason for me to leave. I did have a couple opportunities to leave or to interview for other jobs, but God kept me here for a reason, and I believe that He called me to Cornerstone, and it's been a terrific ride. So there was no reason for me to leave. I love it, and I still love it.
Oh, that's wonderful. Your greatest joy in coaching. Talk a little bit about that.
Working with young men like you, who are now grown men. You're already getting me emotional. Yeah, that's what it's about. Working with the players on my team who come in at all different levels spiritually, and you just want to work in their lives. Let God work in their lives and try to be an example to them, and then you see them leave, young men ready to go out and impact the world for Christ, and they end up like you with families and a career and making an impact for Christ. So to me, that's the greatest joy, of just working with young men and just trying to build into their lives.
Well, you certainly changed my life. Coach, 1,000 games. I mean, again, obviously you just had that, and you start to kind of reflect back now just a little bit after a few days. What does that game, 1,000 games, mean to you?
That's a good question. I think it's just another game. I don't know. I think people are making it bigger than it really is. To me, it's just another game. We're going to go into this game. We'll be playing Lord's that day, and that's my focus, is on that game and not on 1,000. But that just 1,000 means I've been around a long time, and I'm getting older, and but it also means that God has blessed our program because of the success we've had, and that's kept me going. Is how He's allowed us to be successful. But that is, 1,000 games, a lot of games. When you go into coaching, you never think, well, I'm going to be around that many years and coaching 1,000 games. But I guess we're here now, and so yeah, I guess we'll look forward to it on Saturday.
Yeah, it's a big number. Coach, all the championships, you've had a tremendous amount of championships, and 3 national championships, and could you talk a little bit about what each of those have meant to you?
Well, the first one, which you were on in '99, was special because it was our first one. What a great team. You guys, if we got scored on, we were scoring like 2 seconds later. It was amazing. You guys played so well together, and it was an incredible game that we won.
Yeah.
At Bethel, against Bethel, and double overtime, and those 2 shots that Ryan Bales hit from beyond the 3. But
yeah,
that was special because it was our first, and you guys hit 27 free throws in a row, which is a miracle. Not a miracle, but it's amazing that's how we won the game.
Yeah.
But that was a great team, and the 11 team was also special. Those guys came in, Dom and Caleb Simons and Kelvin DeVries. They took it on the chin for like 3 years, and finally they broke through. They got to the Elite 8 their junior year, and then their senior year. It's just was a great year for them, and they played so well together. And we were small. We didn't have anybody big. Caleb was our biggest guy at 6'5", but it was just a team that really worked well together and was focused. And then the 15 team. That was a special team with Kyle and Corey, who's now my son-in-law, and Ben, and what a great team. Mike was on that team, Mike McLaughlin, and that team was focused and determined, and we went through that tournament pretty easily. And in fact, the championship game was
Blowout.
yeah, it was one of the easier ones. I mean, it's easier to enjoy when you've got a nice little lead that you can sit on. But all three were special.
When you reflect back on the individual and these teams that you've had, what stands out the most? I mean, again, if you could kind of reflect back.
Just, again, it goes to the players, and the players played well together. They loved each other. They liked each other. It was a family. And, I would say there was teams that were bigger, faster, stronger than us, but our teams played together and loved each other. And I think that's what made us, special. It's a family. You're still part of this great family that we have. And so to me, it was all of that because we had guys that they bought in. I mean, you came off the bench. Remember that?
I do.
Not to your liking,
Yeah.
but you came off the bench, we're an All-American. That's what this program's been about. Guys sacrifice.
Yeah.
So that's, to me, all of those things happened because of great players buying in to what we're about, sacrificing for each other and loving each other.
Now that you have a chance to look back at your career, what's next?
Doing what I'm doing until I lose that desire. I've said if losing doesn't bother me as much, it's time to get out. But I'm going to do what I'm doing until it's time to go.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that answered that question or not.
Yeah, it is. Coach, thank you.
Thanks, Al. Love you, man.
Yeah, love you too. I was able to hang on.
Not me. Not me.
Yeah.
You always do that to me.
I know. I know.